Dear sister, I imagine you receiving this letter with wide eyes and an elevated heartbeat hearing from me. How's the coffee this morning? I'm sure the last thing you heard was that I had lost my job at Manny's repair service. That I had stopped talking to Mom. And that I had refused to go back to getting my high school equivalent education. What did you think of me then, Ivy? I decided to take some time for myself. I used to look at time so differently. But now I have more than I know what to do with. What does that mean, do you think? Time travel. I won't bore you with the details, but refrigerators have a lot more hidden beneath the surface than you've been led to believe. I'd share more, but I'm afraid you wouldn't get it anyway. With experimentation and utilizing my new method of travel, I was brought to my first revelation. On any given day, life on Earth is finite. In a 24-hour period, there will be a set number of humans, plants, animals, microorganisms, bacteria. On any given day, there is a finite amount of life. Following this line of thinking, if life is finite, it can only move in one direction. But how does one approach eliminating all life on Earth? There had to be rules. There had to be structure. No natural disasters, no global pandemics, nothing that isn't present on the day I choose. Nothing that I wasn't the catalyst for. I'd have to start small. And it wasn't until I wiped out our cozy small town neighborhood off the map that I truly found my groove. The tree we used to swing from now sits decayed and rotten beside our mother's corpse and... It's okay that you skipped over the gruesome details. I have more for you. I could methodically walk around, hacking up everything in view with an axe, but I could never do that in 24 hours. I tried a chemical compound that is quickly absorbed through the skin and causes organs to fail after a short period of time. I originally utilized letters this way, but stopped once I realized how infrequently people check their mail. I needed something more immediate and something to affect the environment as well. The next was the water supply. Poison in the water killed at a faster rate, affected the grass itself when sprinklers were available, but it had a finite use. Despite it being faster than the previous method, it still took too long. People could get help before everything had gotten a chance to fully sink into their systems. Families were able to avoid the poison if they discovered the source prior to ingesting or absorbing any amount of the water on their property. I can't control the weather. I can't release toxic water from the clouds. Believe me, I tried. Clouds, gas, the atmosphere, the sudden collapse of breathable air will suffocate every living thing that requires oxygen to survive. Millions of years of evolution adapting to the severe conditions of our planet gone in an instant. No atmosphere, no oxygen, no life on Earth. Fruits, vegetables, trees, plants, insects, even the water in the oceans would be greatly perverted by the mass corruption of air quality. It took time to find the perfect day to execute my plan. Following the guidelines I set for myself, I did a lot of research to find exactly when this could happen. Developing the technology would have taken me years, but there are powers in this world that are making weapons much worse than atomic bombs. All they would need is a little interference and a push. Now that by reading this letter, I've succeeded. I found the perfect day, and I want nothing more than to watch you drown in my success. The skies will darken with an orange glow, the sun will appear black through the smog that now feeds on the flesh of our planet. Now that's how it's done.